everyone, and welcome. Hope you're having a wonderful day or a wonderful night. So, today I'm reacting to Foodie Beauty's live stream that she did last night called Hi. I wasn't feeling well last night, so I wanted to wait until today to do my react. I don't do my reacts if I'm not feeling well because I won't have the right energy. But she did this one last night, and I will confess that I was waiting for something more interesting to happen today. I was hoping to skip this live stream because it really did not look that interesting. But I'm going to go ahead and cover it because I want to include other things of interest to go along with it. So, what's been going on today with the world of Foodie Beauty or anybody connected to her? Well, let's see, where to even begin? So everybody remember Roman? He was in the Foodieverse for about 5 minutes and then he got booted out. He did a live stream tonight. He was intoxicated and basically talking about how Foodie did not smell very good. Roman, we already knew that. Foodie herself told us that she smelled like ricotta and barracuda. That's not exactly smelling like a garden of roses, sir. I swear. Some people connected to Foodie, they just don't know when to get off stage. Some of the locals, they just don't want to acknowledge when there's no more milk left in the udders and they should just go back to the barn. I'm looking at you, Roman, when I say that. Anyway, so yeah, that happened with Roman tonight. Also, another little interesting tidbit. So apparently, Foodie reached out to Frenchie on Instagram, and we're going to cover that. Perfectly Imperfect did a video showing the DMs back and forth, and all I have to say to that is, Foodie, you reaching out to Frenchie is inappropriate, especially when you yell and scream about people following you around and how it's creepy. You reaching out to Frenchie is creepy, especially that way. I mean, what do you have to talk to her about? And you are doing it to be rude. That's not even mentioning all the community posts that you've done and you keep doing. You're just on a rage spree tonight with your community post, and we're going to cover that also, everybody. So, you know what? Let's get started with this. There's just so many things to go over. Let's see where to start first. Okay, you know what? Let's start with the video from Perfectly Imperfect. I'm going to leave a link for the video in the video description. Uh, Everybody, please check out Perfectly Imperfect. Give the video a thumbs up, maybe leave a comment. This is going to be a very brief video. It's a little over a minute long. I'm going to turn off the sound because I don't know if there's any music, copyrighted music. But this is the video from Perfectly Imperfect showing the DMs between French Fry Girl and Foodie. Okay, I'm sorry for the silence, but there is music here. So let me just blow it up. So there's Chantal messaging Frenchie. Okay, like why are you reaching out to Frenchie, Foodie? Like why? So she reached out to Frenchie basically to throw shade on the way that Frenchie looks. I see nothing wrong with the way that Frenchie looks. Frenchie can come on camera and be her natural self, which is something that you haven't done in the longest, Foodie. You come on camera with a bazillion filters at work. You're not showing your real natural self. You have a living avatar, and the living avatar are all of your bazillion filters. So when is the last time you've been on camera, all natural, darling? So she sends her a picture of Frenchie saying, totally yikes. I see nothing yikes about her appearance. Looks totally fine to me. And Frenchie's response was perfect. She says, say hi, and showing her a picture of BBJ on her new cat bed, looking totally rested and happy. And that picture alone just makes me happy. But she says, say hi. And oh, okay, and then also saying animal blanking inbred blank. Hey, you mess with the bull, you get the horns. She, Foodie set herself up for this. I mean, reaching out to Frenchie, what response are you expecting from her, really? What are you expecting in response to that? What are you expecting her to say to you, Foodie? She's not going to be nice. She's not going to be nice at all. And the last part, eat crap. I love it. Well done. Well done, FFG. Well done. But just imagine that. Someone like Chantal that's always accusing people of being creepy and following her around and what's wrong with all of you, there's something wrong with you, yet you're reaching out to French Fry Girl in her DMs like you got a reason. I don't blame Frenchie for her response to you. I really, really don't. So yeah, Chantal did that. Chantal did that. Okay, and like I said, I'm going to leave a link for the video in the video description. Please check it out through Perfectly Imperfect. What else do we got here? Oh yeah, let's go to the community post first before all the cool stuff on Twitter. All right, is this it? Yeah, it is. I've got a bunch of tabs open, sorry. Okay, so I'm going to show you a bunch of community posts from Foodie, and they're not going to be very nice, where she's basically being a big old bully to different people. So this is her throwing some kind of shade at Just Reason. More at French Fry Girl, as if her trying to be nasty in DMs weren't enough. Here's another one. Her throwing shade at Tea and Dust. Another one. I mean, she just kept going. She just kept going. This one was 7 hours ago. 7 hours. 7 hours ago. I'm not going to cover Foodie in Kuwait. Why would I do that? It's so painfully boring. That didn't age well, did it? You literally hang out with each other and talk about me. And how dare you call my aunt masculine when you look like Peter Griffin and Randy Quaid's love child? Ew. Now react blank. You know what, Foodie? You know what? How many times have we heard you say, I'm going to take a break from YouTube? How many times have we heard that? How many times have you said, I'm taking a break from YouTube? Too many. How many times have you actually done it? Zero. So you're trying to point a finger and say, oh, well, I guess you're not keeping your promises. How many have you actually kept? How many of you actually kept? Every time you say, I'm going to take a break from YouTube, you never do. You basically break within 48 hours. You come right back. You just can't help yourself because this is where you make your money. This is your income. You need attention. So you have to come back to YouTube. YouTube is your go-to for attention and for money. So you'll never, ever leave YouTube, ever. Even if your channel were taken away for some reason, you'd make another one because you want people to talk to. But yet you won't talk to people in person. You prefer to do it online where you don't have to actually look at the people in the eye that you're talking to. You can just hide behind your camera with all your filters. They can't see what you really look like. And you know what, Foodie? If I were one of your VIBs, I'd be angry at you. You want to know why? Because you sat here. This was 16 minutes ago. This was 21 minutes ago. This was 27 minutes ago, 36 minutes ago, 45 minutes ago, 47 minutes ago, and 7 hours ago. You've been rage posting on your community post literally all day long. You know, making little awful, hateful thumbnails of people, putting little things together. When what you should have been doing is sitting down and thinking of creative ideas for better content. You can sit here literally all day raging on your community post, putting little awful, hateful thumbnails together, but you can't sit down and actually crank out some decent content. And you're expecting your VIBs to continue to pay their membership. By the way, y'all, when somebody in the chat asked her, well, what are the perks of my membership? Do you know what her reply was? She said, oh, it's just a talk and chat. So you really don't get any real perks with the membership. It's just you get the quote unquote privilege of talking to Foodie. That's the only perk. That's the only perk. Here's a news flash. If you want to watch Foodie, you could probably go to the reaction channels and talk for free. And it'd be a lot more entertaining. I'm just putting that out there. If you want to watch Foodie, there's other ways to do it if you don't want to pay $5. Because it's not like her chat is lit. It's not like it's kicking off. It's boring over there. What you paying the $5 for? But she sit here all day making posts like this. Okay? Up on TikTok doing silly TikToks that make no sense. All right? But she can't think of any decent ideas for content. It's really quite sad. Really, really sad. Just spend more time on your content, Foodie. Oh, one more thing. I know you hate to do anything for free. You don't like to do anything for free. But here's where you're stupid. Instead of taking all your rage and doing a live stream where you could make money, you're raging for free in your community posts, you big idiot. You're not going to get paid for raging in your community posts. You know that, right? I'm not quite sure why you're limiting your rages to the community posts if you know they're not going to make you money. When you do a rage on a live stream, at least, you know you might make some money for that. But for some reason, the one thing that is the most interesting about your channel, you're putting that rage somewhere where it's not monetized. But you know what? I love that for you. I adore that for you so much. So, so very much. Okay. So where are we going now? We're going to my Twitter. Yes. Yes, we do. I got all kinds of stuff on Twitter that I was saving all day for y'all. Okay. So there's my Twitter. For anybody else who's on Twitter, you want to join me there? There is my handle, Wow Girl Sarah. Okay, this is from, is it RAN? Saying, why, as a Muslim woman, is she making a video alluding to the idea of staying at a man's place, promoting hooking up before married? Okay. So Foodie has been extremely busy on TikTok. And I think I know why. I think Sala is on her back to be on TikTok and do something on TikTok. I told you guys when I was doing my tarot readings, the tarot more than once said that he would be pushing her to be on every platform that she could be on to make as much money as possible. So Foodie has said in the past she really did not like TikTok because, you know, people do trendy stuff there and she really doesn't know what to do. She's not that creative. But still, I think Sala is pushing her anyway to gain an audience there and make money there for him. So here is this. Nope, nope, nope. We're not doing the music. Not doing it. Sorry. So I know you guys probably can't read the type. By the way, Foodie, if you're going to do TikTok, if you're going to put any words on the screen, you might want to make them a bit darker or brighter because they just blend right into a light background, you big dummy. It says, when it's your first time spending the night and you have to use his shower stuff. So there she is. What kind of TikTok is this? What is this supposed to be? Like, when I think of TikToks, I think of things that are educational or inspirational or creative or funny. This ain't it. This is like, what is this? She just filmed herself walking in the door looking like something the cat dragged in, and then showing some shampoo. I mean, I don't get it. I don't understand. It's lost on me. Okay, this might be interesting for those who might be interested. This is from Draven. Foodie has a contagious throat infections and won't stop touching, kissing, coughing on, and feeding the hamster with hands she coughs right into. Chantal, stop making the animals blank. Somebody asked the question, can hamsters get sick from humans? The answer is, hamsters can get sick from humans. If you're suffering from any sort of illness, stay away from your pet hamster to protect him. Can hamsters get sick from humans? The answer is yes. Hamsters can get sick from human diseases like influenza, cough, sore throat, and fever. Always use gloves, wear masks, and wash your hands to protect your hamster from human diseases. Hamsters need extra care to get rid of small diseases. Hamsters are so sensitive because they have a fragile immune system as compared to other creatures. So you're all up into the hamster space, Foodie, when you shouldn't be. If you're really ill, you shouldn't be around your hamster. Okay, this is from Mrs. Robinson. Foodie Beauty did another community post, and it looks like she deleted it, but you know, it doesn't do any good to delete your community post, Foodie, because people on Twitter and people that are reactors are going to catch them anyway. Mrs. Robinson says, the most bothered, unbothered, stupid, inflated smug. He locks you in and goes catting around. You're the definition of misery. You're boring girl. Bye. So here's the look at the size of this community post. Look at it. This is the one she got rid of, saying some weirdos are so desperate for rage material or drama that they make up stupid things like this. So we don't live together. I don't think you do. I don't think you live together. I think you live in the apartment by yourself and he lives somewhere else, maybe next door in another apartment. I don't know, but I don't think he's there 24/7. No. So I just come over for my live streams and live where then. It is frightening that people are this daft and desperate for content, so they believe some random troll on the internet. Foodie, you're no one to talk about desperate. You actually flew thousands of miles to be with a man that does not care for you, rather than stay in Canada and fix your business. You were running from the tax man, and you were desperate to hold on to Sala, and because of your insecurity and jealousy, you did not know what he was doing because you were thousands of miles away, so you ran back to Kuwait so you could keep track of him. So you want to call other people desperate? Are you sure you want to use that word, ma'am? Let me teach you something. Oh, now she's a teacher. Dr. Armchair in the house. You know why Sala will never be tempted to cheat? Oh, he's not tempted, Foodie. He's just straight up doing it. I guarantee you he's doing it. He ain't tempted. He's already been indulging. The last tarot reading I did, y'all saw the cards. There was the Queen of Pentacles for Foodie, but there was the Queen of Cups for somebody else. A blonde. A blonde. She's already in the picture, girl. She already is. You're just the cash cow keeping them both happy. It's true. You know it's true. If he ain't doing something with you, Foodie, he's doing something with somebody else. You may not know her name. You may never see her face, but there's somebody there. You know why Saul will never be tempted to cheat, especially not with someone for their body only, because he is with me, not only for my body, though he does like that too. Trust me on that. Oh, yes, he does. Oh, no, he don't. The connection we have is deeper than that, meaning that even if someone you all deem to be conventionally hotter than me came along, wouldn't be in DMs because he hasn't accepted a single one of your thirsty requests. She's talking him up. I don't think there's a whole lot of people going after Sala. Look, I'm not saying he's ugly, but you know what? A person being appealing to another person, it's not just about looks. What does Sala have to offer? You know, Chantal's got her hooks in him so deep. What person, what woman wants to be with a man that publicly is showing that he's looking to be a kept man? So much so that he will put up with the depravity and the evilness and the emptiness and the putrid stench of Foodie. That's how desperate he is to be a kept man. How would that be appealing to another woman, knowing that he wants to be a kept man? He's not going to go out, make his own way, pull his own weight. He wants to be a kept pretty boy. Nobody, no woman worth her weight in salt is, I don't want a man like that. Now, the connection we have is deeper than that, meaning that if someone you all deem to be conventionally hotter than me came along, would be in DMs, blah, blah, blah. No, you all don't get to see our intimacy. What intimacy? You know you're not doing nothing. And I know it kills you, but oh well, it doesn't kill us. Honestly, I don't care what goes on in your bedroom, Foodie. It doesn't keep me awake at night thinking about what may be going on in your bedroom. I could care less, girl. I could care less. I mean, Pete's already told us you're a starfish queen. There ain't nothing exciting going on there. Okay? It's our privacy, and believe me, if I was not happy, you would know as usual. We already know, though. We know you're not happy. 68 candy bars, Foodie, that doesn't sound like you're happy because you stress eat and you eat when you're bored. If your new husband was keeping you happy in certain ways, you wouldn't have time for all that, ma'am. Nope. Also, those of you claiming that there's no possible way you could love someone like me, assuming fat, really need to do some self-reflection. You know what? She keeps going back to that, the whole weight thing. That is her shield. She uses it as a shield. Oh, it's because I'm a bigger woman. Look, I have seen bigger men and bigger women that were kings and queens. It's not about the pounds. It's about how you carry yourself, the way you can talk to people, the way you take care of yourself. A queen could be small, medium, or large. Same thing with a king. It's not about your crown. It's about your presence, how you carry yourself. And Foodie, you are a woman of a much bigger size. That's not the problem. The problem is the fact that you are dirty, you are stinky to the point of being stanky. You don't take care of yourself. It's weird to me. You want romance, you want intimacy, you want a man to cuddle with you, and yet you do everything possible to make yourself as repugnant as possible. You want all of these things that require someone being close to you, and being in your company, but yet you will not take care of yourself. You are as disgusting as you could possibly be. You're looking for that impossible man in the universe that is a perfect 10, yet will accept all of your stench. I'm just going to save you the trouble. There is no such man. And here's another thing, woman to woman, if a man is out there looking for a partner, someone he can invest his feelings in, someone he's going to spend the rest of his life with, he wants to make sure that his partner is going to be around a while. And you're over there eating, not giving a flip about your health. You could have a medical emergency at any time. What man wants to get wrapped around a woman who is living like that? That at any moment something terrible could happen. You want a man to care about you, but yet you don't care about yourself. So if you want a man to really love you, you need to take some pride in your appearance and pride in who you are. Stop running around being foolish. Okay. I'm getting off my soapbox, I promise. As if no one falls in love with fat people. As big as I am, I've never ever had trouble finding love. That's because you wave your YouTube paycheck in people's faces. The last few men, it had to do with money, Foodie. They only paid attention to you as long as you were throwing money on. There's not a single man that you've mentioned that they really, really cared about you, that they were around you because they enjoyed being there and they would do it for free. The last few men have been all about money, money, money. I paid them. I gave them money for stuff. You did that with Natter. You're doing that with Sala. There was also Motorcycle Man. It's all about you throwing money at people. You think that your paycheck excuses everything else. You look for men that are desperate in some way, and you're a predator. You prey on it. This is really sad for people to think this way. Stay mad. We are planning to stay here for years. You can't, though. You can't stay there for years. You are not a citizen. How can you stay there for years legally if you're not a citizen? Guess you're wrong about him using me for citizenship. You know, he's using you for money. Okay, and this is what she's raging about. I knew right away this person was a troll. They made this comment. I recently had relations with Sala. Feel free to ask me anything. Quick, Chantal, delete this before anyone finds out. I mean, this is just a weird comment. I can also say they don't live together, need to see have a job. I don't know who this person is. I think it's a troll. It could be one of Foodie's sock accounts for all I know. All right. Just Foodie just making some drama that she can rage about, looking for something to rage at. Who knows? Okay, something funny. Yeah, aw, look at this. This is so sweet. This proud mama cat introducing her 1-week-old kitten to her doggy best friend is just what everybody needs to see together. Look. So mama cat's just getting all, aw, look at the baby. That's love. That's love. Here's another act of love. Cat with confusing auras. And you got a cat couple sharing a cat bed. They look so floofy. This is funny. The capybaras. And look at the imposter in the back. The ginger cat's like, I'm going to blend right in. I'm just one of the guys. Just don't question it. Just roll with it. That's funny. Capybara's like, we don't care. We're chill. Look at this sweet picture from Vegan. The kitty found the perfect place to take a nap. Isn't that the sweetest thing? Treating the dog like a big plush pillow. I just wanted to share it with you. Another one from Vegan. Best friends. Monkey saying hello to kitty. Okay, this is from Book Lady. And let's Foodie just said that Sala cannot take her.
Yeah. I'm totally fine, guys. There's no dark arc. There's no, conspiracy of him kidnapping me. Anyway, you can't kidnap the willing. You know, hold me against my will, Salah. you know.
Yeah, the K word. She's joked about it in the past. She thinks it's a big joke. Foodie is twisted. Like her wires are all twisted around it and put in backwards. They really are. You see, Foodie, for the longest time, y'all remember back in the Natter era, she wanted to be claimed. Did she not? She wanted to be claimed. She was so desperate for Natter to claim her. So desperate. She did everything possible to push him and pressure him into making him claim her. This whole thing with Sala, her giving up everything in Canada, giving up the cats and giving up the villa and moving away from Pete's, where she's just in a little room in Kuwait, being in a room where the door is locked. The rest of us, a situation like that, it would make us nervous to be in a place where we can't get out. This is Foodie's dream because, as I said, she's twisted. Something's wrong with her, but she's twisted because in Foodie's twisted, backwards mind, if a guy puts her in a room and locks her in and she can't get out, to her, in her mind, she's thinking, if I'm here and I can't leave, that must mean he really, really wants me. He wants to keep me. He doesn't want me to get away. Like him locking her in a room, if that's what's really going on, because there's really no way to tell. Foodie lies. She lies when she doesn't have to. How do we know that the door is really locked and she can't get out? We can't trust her to tell us the truth. Either A, you're lying to us and you can't get out, you just don't want to go anywhere, or B, you can't get out. But look, even if she were in the room and she wanted to get out, let's be real. She's got her phone with her. If something were to happen, she can get on YouTube and ask people to call the Canadian embassy or something, or the police or something. Like, she's got contact with the outside world. She could scream. We know she's got a loud voice. So she's not going to be sitting there for days and days with no contact. Going back to my original point, Foodie just has weird fantasies of guys just holding her against her WILL. She thinks it's hot. She thinks it's sexy to be somewhere and she can't leave. And to her, that translates to, he really, really wants me. He really, really loves me. And he doesn't want to let go of me. That's where her mind goes. I mean, she just said this whole situation, she's willing. She's more than willing. More than willing. This is like her dream situation. She wanted this. So, you know what, Foodie? It's a dream right now, but it's going to be a nightmare later. And it's going to turn into a nightmare when Sala comes to you and says, look, I took it easy on you, but now you don't have the villa to pay for. You don't have the roommate to pay for. You don't have the cats to think about. You have no other bills, so get to work. Make the money for me. Make as much as you can. You know what's going to happen, y'all. There's like a little grace period. Right now she may be sick, but he's going to be putting the elbow on her to start making some big money. He's going to look at her and say, no excuses. You're here. You've got nothing else to do. You should be spending all of your time making me money. It's going to happen. And when that happens, she's going to be mighty uncomfortable. All right. Oh, this is some good news. Judge Judy says Foodie is trending as an animal blanker. BBJ wins. So look what's trending. I'm not going to read it out, but just look what's trending. I love that for her. I love it. Yeah, like this is for Miss Anthropo. This TikTok Foodie, this is such a joke. Really? You look terrible. Annie Pooh says there's 2 keys for the bathroom door, but he can't get her a spare for the front door. I think she does have a key. I really do. I think she's just lying to get people concerned about her because that's something she would do. This is from Gabrielle Corno. I've shown this before, but I just want to show it again. Look how beautiful this is. Horses living their best life by the ocean. It looks so peaceful and so pretty. I could just watch that for hours. This is from Rachel Langley saying, nah, I'm not buying it. No way in heck he was there. The way she greeted him like she had not seen him. He walks in with a little gift. Yep. Let's play the clip.
Actual steroid pill. Are you okay, babe?
Hi.
Hi, babe. Come. I'm gonna move this. Oh, here, come sit here.
You know, look, gifts are gifts, and any gift it's done because you care about somebody. I just think it's weird that she's a 38-year-old woman and he walks in and hands her a stuffed toy owl. Isn't that kind of an unusual gift for a almost 40-year-old woman? It's like a toy you would give a child. Very, very strange. Very strange. This is from Nene saying, Chantal, I know you want us all to believe that you are in a place that is the gold standard for everything you could think of, but perhaps you should be more careful with your health. I got these from YouTube. Let's see. So this is from Summer Flowers saying, I'm an RN, so this is right up my alley. Someone with her medical history presenting after a long flight with shortness of breath needs to have all the proper blood work done, chest x-ray and CT scan. The only thing they did was rule out the vid when it could be a myriad of other things. Apparently the doctor decided this is just a URI. For her sake, I hope that's all it is. So I have no idea why he gave her antibiotics, which are useless for that. URIs are viral, not bacterial. Clearly, they live in a very impoverished area of Kuwait with questionable medical care. I'm no one to judge y'all, so I don't know if that's true. I'm not making any judgments here. This is just this person's comment. So I hope she's never faced with a true medical crisis. And Foodie Beauty, if you are reading this, please go to the hospital ER department where they have the resources to diagnose you correctly. They gave her antibiotics for, you guys can read, she has in her throat when she didn't finish her antibiotics the first time. That is also why they felt the need to check Salah's throat for the same problem. When was the last time you went to the doctor with a sore throat and they checked your spouse's throat? Yeah, when exactly was that? When was that, Foodie? You know, I made mention in my last react that, okay, so something small happened to her. She had a cold, essentially, if that's what it was. But what's going to happen when she has a serious medical emergency? It's not going to be so easy. It's not something you can go to the clinic for. Okay, this is from Lauren. Chantal insists on having his mobile passwords and get constant photos while he's away from her. Such a red flag. She's a textbook and blank partner. So yeah, Chantal said in the live stream that she's got his passwords and he's constantly having to send her photos when he's away from her. Talk about controlling. Talk about controlling. And Sala, why are you putting up with this, bro? Why are you putting up with this? I wouldn't. It would drive me insane. Loretta H says she's so smug yet so insecure. She forces her fake husband to send her videos every step of the way when he leaves to prove he's not doing something wrong. She also says he rarely leaves without her, so he has to take her to work with him. Controlling. And Sala, we told you, bro, that with all the stuff that was coming out while she was in Canada, it was going to be 10 times worse when she got back. And here we are. Did we lie to you? No, you just didn't listen. All right, that's it for the Twitters. Let's go on to the live stream. And we're not going to be here all day. This live stream was for like almost 2 hours. Screw all that. I'll skip ahead if I need to. So let me just go ahead, share the screen again. Oh, and by the way, she's got her comments off, of course, because she's a coward, doesn't want to hear anybody giving her any kind of criticism. So let's do this.
We will pray she will be fine, okay? I'm sorry to hear that. You're not coming back out right now. Address medical professionals taking you seriously and laughing at Amberlynn. What? They take me seriously? So, hi, Sabri. Feeling like whenever I wake up, like my throat was like starting to get more sore.
You know what? I don't want to hear her about being sick. She claims she's got a cold or some kind of an infection. Yet she's been live streaming every single day. It's amazing to me. She wants other people to be concerned for her. She's using this whole I'm sick thing for attention. But yet she won't do what she needs to do to get healthy. She's too busy milking it for attention and for money. And also as a deflection away from what's happened with BBJ and Sam. I mean, let's just call it for what it is. Whenever she gets in trouble with people, whenever they're too mad at her, whenever she loses views or subs, she will create a deflection point, like she did before with the old ERBs. This is her version of the ERBs. Foodie, if you were really sick, you wouldn't be coming on live stream. You would at least take a couple of days off and rest your throat and heal yourself. But you've been live streaming every single day. Let me tell you something, ma'am. If you were really sick, you would not be able to do a 2-hour live stream. You wouldn't have the energy for it. You wouldn't be able to talk. So if you're not caring about your health, don't expect the rest of us to care about it.
So I feel like sick, like when I wake up, everything is like settled in my chest and just so after I'm awake for a little.
You did this 2-hour stream. Not only that, but you were raging all day on your community post. So you're sick, but you had the energy for all that. You had the energy for all of that. And also getting into French Fry Girls DMs. I mean, you're really showing that you're sick, Foodie, just not in a physical way.
A while, and then I had my treatment, so that actually did. Every time I have the nebulizer treatment, it helps. I feel a lot better. But when I first wake up, I'm like, I can't breathe. Ava, like the difference in like climate is just like I don't realize how it affects me. I'm not sure. Sunshine baby. Maybe I'm laying down. Yeah, he's laying down. He might make an appearance later. Just not playing Crazy Frog. God, please help movie gal sister. Yes. Yes. Sunshine baby, did you tell the clinic about the camels? Yeah, I did. And he was just like, halas. Like, he's like, enough. They're kind of like, the doctor kind of like abrupt, like as if like making it sound like There's no like, I don't know, just making it sound like it was like a silly thing. And then, but he gave me a COVID test anyway, because that camel, like MERS, is like very
Well, I'm just gonna put this out there, just my honest opinion. I think I don't know what's going on with Foodie. I don't know if she has like the common cold or what, but I just have a feeling. This is just my feeling now, my opinion. I think she might have been doctor shopping, looking to get whatever substitute party favors she could get her hands on, since she can't get her usual party favors like she did in Canada. Maybe she's going through some kind of withdrawals. So she was looking to see, like, going in there and, oh, I'm sick, and hoping they would give her something that contained something that she could feel good on. That's just my opinion.
variant of COVID. Hi Tracy, you sound better. I know. Yeah, every day, mashallah. uh, Harry, you can't come out again, Howie. Okay, let me get him out for one more time for you guys. They request a keyboard night. Well, okay. Yes. Cough up the phlegm. Yeah. No bedside manners. Hi, Jamie Rose. Hi, Harry. Come here, big boy. Come here, big boy. Come here, big boy. What are you doing, big boy?
Well, you guys just saw the tweet about, like, this is something she should not be doing. If she is ill with a cold or some kind of infection, she shouldn't be kissing on the hamster. She shouldn't be handling the hamster. This is bad for the poor hamster.
Ow.
You might get your hamster sick.
Oh, halas could be finished, not enough. Okay. Yeah, you're right. I get what you mean. That's probably what he meant. Yeah. He didn't say it rudely, so that's probably what he meant. Please get a spare key for your house. Yeah. Yeah. Or definitely we can get a spare key. Yeah. I think we are. Do we have a spare key? I think we have one. Ariana's mama. Welcome to Very Important Leadership. Hey, welcome. I've been seeing you in my comment. Welcome. Thanks for joining. The pick of Sam. I know.
Maybe the reason why she doesn't have a spare key is because she can't get the place in her name. Like, maybe she's not supposed to be there, so Sala is kind of hiding her for some reason.
Oh, Chantal, here's a key. Rumor has it Salah has you imprisoned. Yeah. I mean, I probably shouldn't have said that because it makes, but I never.
You know exactly why you said that. You are the queen of emotional manipulation. You want attention, you want super chats, and you want people to be concerned. That's why you said it. It was planned, it was calculated. You said that to give people the impression that you were in that tiny room and you could not get out. You said it on purpose. You said it on purpose because the people that are in your room, for God knows what reason, they're in your chat, they're paying the $5, they like you for whatever reason, for reasons I cannot understand, but they are concerned about you. And when you say things like that you're in a room and you're locked in, they are going to be concerned. Are you okay, Chantal? Are you all right? How would you get out if you were in a fire? You know what you're doing. You know how you're emotionally manipulating people, and it's wrong, but you do it anyway. And you know what sucks? What sucks is the people on that side of the fence, all of you VIBs. It's so sad that you are so supportive of Chantal. And none of you have woken up to the fact that you are involved in an abusive relationship with Chantal. And before you get in my comments and say you're lying, let me give you the definition of an abusive relationship. And then, if you want, you can argue with me. An abusive relationship doesn't necessarily have to be physical. You know, somebody doing something physical to you. Hurt can take all kinds of forms. It could also be verbal. Okay. What tactics does Chantal use with all of you over there? She is manipulating. She is emotionally manipulating. She uses intimidation. If you step out of line, she will talk about you in her live streams or on her community post. She'll find pictures of you to try to embarrass and shame you. I mean, when she's feeling in the mood, she can be quite cruel. And that's something that people who are abusive do. They are constantly testing the boundaries of those that they want to abuse to see how far they can push you before they push too far. So there and they'll push and they'll push and they'll push. And then when they feel like you're ready to walk away, they will reel you back in by love bombing you and saying nice things and acting like they care, throwing you scraps of attention and affection just to keep you around that much longer because then they can come back around and be more hurtful to you. And it's a vicious cycle. So she uses all these things when you're watching her. And yet, these are not things that the reactors do. We're not about that life of manipulating our audience, tugging on people's heartstrings and just using that as something to keep you watching us. No, we're just reacting to the content, but Foodie, this is all she has as far as content. So she has to find whatever means necessary to keep you tuning in so you'll come back and spend the $5 and give her the view. And if that means manipulating you, bullying you, intimidating you, making you feel like you're worthless and then turn around and love bombing you and that keeps you reeled in month after month, that's exactly what she'll do and that's exactly what she does.
Whenever I say things, it's impulsive, and I never imagine when I say something that people are gonna hang on like everything I say and then try to make up some theories about it. But I should know better by now that yeah, I'm on the internet, that's what's gonna happen, right? So I never learn. Prison guard Salah. Hey, he can imprison me all he wants. No, I understand the part about like the fire hazard and everything. I guess like I just never thought of that. I honestly don't think about like it's not actually often that he leaves the house without me. Happens like once in a while. It's usually not for very long, sometimes longer, but um in worst case scenario, if it makes you guys more comfortable, he can just leave me the house key next time. I feel more comfortable with the door being locked, so I'd rather have the key if that's what if it comes down to that. So, but no, there's nothing shady. He's not imprisoning me. There's nothing dark about it. You know,
And here's something else to be concerned about, Foodie. When you were living at the villa, because you are a larger size, if you will, uh, when you were cooking or doing dishes, you would have to literally put your stomach up on the counter. Uh, in one of your recent live streams, you put your stomach up on the stove so that you could be closer to the stove. Keep in mind that you're wearing an abaya, which I'm sure could catch fire very easily. So, the probability of a fire happening is very, very high if you're doing things like that, especially also if you're burning candles near stacks of stuff.
Sandra, you need to keep yourself safe. Yes. Yeah, I know. I understand that. Give us some anxiety. Doesn't matter what you say. These folks are downright nuts. Chantel's cooking so perfect, and the chicken was. Oh yeah, I have a picture. I'm gonna post after on the community tab of. I feel hot, like a few. Are you eating your? He's burying his whole face in his. Okay, he buries his whole fat cheeks in the grains, and then they fly out.
That's because hamsters like to burrow. That's what they do. That's what they do out in the wild.
My cooking, thank you, baby. I made. I had some. I tried decided to make. I had some mutton. I like that word. Mutton is like an older sheep. Apparently, lamb is when the sheep is young. Then there's like another word for a middle age. To me, tastes like a softer.
Okay, we're going to do a lot of skipping around past this point because I really don't feel like hearing her talk about food endlessly. Do you? No. So if you see me skip around, that's why.
Beef. It's not like it doesn't taste. You would leave me there. Hi, baby mama. Oh, Hogget, yeah. Do they sell Hogget? I don't know. Anyway, I guess I feel a little bit less guilty knowing it's not a baby meat I'm buying. It's like an old, I picture like an old lamb just laying there waiting to be slaughtered for meat. Like, take me because I'm old now. Now you can eat me. I don't know. Anyway, not funny. Sunshine. Hey, Princess. I never lock my door. Really? Harry's back in his hut. I have to take him out at least a few times a day for kisses.
No, you don't. You can leave him in there. And while you're at it, make sure to clean out his cage. Can you please, for the love of God, get him a bigger wheel? Because that hamster wheel, the last time I saw it, it was way too small. That's going to hurt his back. Get him a bigger wheel so he can exercise properly, and get a bigger cage too.
You had a candle between boxes on your stove. Fire hazard. Oh yeah, but you know, I blew it out right after the video. So I had my eyes on it the whole time. I didn't leave it there basically. Celeste never says hello, Howie. The first commenter. Okay, am I behind? Broad spectrum antibiotics are scored. Have the line to cut them in half. So you can do lower dose. It can upset your, yeah, like that's what these pills, like they told me to take, like Salah asked the pharmacist, and they said like take half a pill twice a day. Hi, Anna. Would pay the ransom. If you have antibiotics, will you be able to do Ramadan? Yeah. Are you fixing your bed, you big boy? Girl has lamb. Yes. Don't forget to eat blah after you finish your medicine. What is this? A plus. Oh, probiotics. I had yogurt with my meal.
Like, Chantal, okay, so what have you talked about so far? The antibiotics, and you talked about the food. What else is there? I hope this is not it for the entire stream.
But I could have yogurt after too.
Not the thing you want to eat if you've got a cold. Like yogurt, milk, things like that. It's just going to make things worse. And also, if you're taking antibiotics, depending on the antibiotic, the last time I remember, because it's been a while since I've taken antibiotics, you don't take them with milk, do you? Or milk products.
Antibiotic. My husband and I are on the way to Texas Roadhouse right now, and I'm so ready for that bone and ribeye. I never tried that. We do have a Texas Roadhouse here. Maybe one day, like inshallah, we can try it. Does Salah cook? No.
I seriously doubt it, Chantal. Not saying that you can't go out and eat, but I just can't see Salah taking you out in public. I don't think that's something that he wants to do with you. Taking you out into a public place and eating with you.
That's my job. But that's okay. I've been enjoying cooking, honestly. Making.
No, you're not. And that picture that you posted on your community post, I have to agree with whoever said this first. And I'm sorry I'm not giving you proper credit because I forgot who it was. But they said something like, you know what? That does look like that. It looks like you bought some takeout food and then just arranged it on a plate. It looked too perfect. It didn't look like you're cooking.
Some really good meals. And I have a functioning kitchen. So like fully functioning. Meaning we have like an oven and stuff. So, and I have like pots and pans now and stuff. So, you know, because whenever he was living alone, he mostly just air fried things or ate out like every day.
I guess she went on camera.
A live she did not long ago. How did you first meet your spouse? What did they wear on your first date? Where did you go on your first date? Describe what your first thought. And then is today Saturday? Yeah. Will you be preparing any traditional dishes for Ramadan?
Blah, blah, blah.
Sick since I was a kid, like with the where the throat will travel to the ear kind of feeling.
Oh my God. I'm going to go.
First, when I was little, I feel so happy that I don't have them anymore. Yeah, hopefully not. Those are the worst. I know. Prince Beezer, it me. Howie, rat face your picture. Oh my gosh. Can you address why people are counting
Wait,
how many chocolate bars?
she's gonna show all the chocolate bars.
Kind of like what I used to do. I don't know how I ever did that, but this morning actually saying non apologies. Who, what, where? I missed that. What did Red Bay say? Oh, can you address how many of the 68 total chocolate bars of? Oh yeah, pretty much all of them. I don't like.
Okay, so I got some comments about this. Y'all take a look at that. Look how full that bag is full of candy. Like you can see, like it's practically full. And something of note. Notice where the bag is. It's right next to her on the couch. It's not in the kitchen area where you normally keep food. The bag with all those candy bars is sitting next to her. So tell me again, Foodie, that that isn't for you. All your temptation foods sitting right next to you on the couch. Girl, you can't fool me. I've dealt with BED. You can't fool me. Somebody who's been there, looking at somebody who's still there, you can't fool me. All those candy bars are for you. Look at you. You're practically protecting them. They're right next to you on the couch. You could literally reach over and get the bag. If they were for the both of you, then they would be in the fridge or be in the kitchen somewhere. But you've got them sitting right next to you on the couch where you can get to them. You've always had extreme food aggression. I remember all the way back when you would do live streams with Pete's and you would order food for yourself and for him. And you weren't about that life of sharing your food. If he ordered something different than you during the live stream, even though you'd have a full spread in front of you, you'd be eyeing his food. You look at Pizza's food like you're going to give me that too, right? You've got extreme food aggression. I don't know where it comes from, but you have it. So there you are practically protecting your temptation foods. Much the same way that you were when you were back at the villa. Where did you normally sit? In the kitchen. Where? Right in front of the fridge. You're protecting what's in the fridge. If those were for you and Sala, why are they sitting next to you?
Like, I don't have a sweet tooth.
No, you don't have a sweet tooth, but look right there. It looks like she went out trick or treating. And that's her trick or treat bag.
Flop era. Can you address why people are counting how many chocolate bars I bought?
Because you bought so many at the same time you said you were sick. And I've never in my life heard of anyone who was sick with a cold and they had to go out and buy 68 candy bars. That's just madness.
No, honestly, I don't pick up on that. Ask me how many bags of Puffs chips are left. That might be a different story. I had a few bags of the Puffs, that's for sure. But the chocolate bars, actually, especially when I'm sick, like even that ice cream I showed you a picture of, we still have some in the freezer. Like it's a small sundae and it's just too sweet. I'm not really craving sweet things right now.
And put the candy bars away, dum dum.
Plus. Stop thirsting over married men, A plus. Ava, that was not a healthy time in my life, that's for sure.
What? Talking about living at the villa, that wasn't a healthy time in my life. Well, you're not healthy now. 68 candy bars? doesn't really point in the direction of living healthy.
I had very little self-respect.
You don't have any now either. The more things change, the more they stay the same. Right, y'all?
That I did that. As a Muslim, we're supposed to drink with the right hand. I keep forgetting that. Yeah, it's true. In case you didn't know. Everything with the right hand. Left-handed? That's a good question, Golden Girl. I think so, yeah. I don't know, maybe Muslims show affection in other countries all the time. I don't think PDA, Sunshine, no, it's not common at all.
Maybe Salah is telling her, look, they don't show affection in public. Maybe he's just telling her that because he didn't want to do it with her. Oh, they don't show affection in public, and she believes it. Maybe the real story is PDA is allowed to a certain degree, but he just doesn't want to do it with her.
If you even look on the e-visa website for Kuwait, you'll see like it tells you not to do it. Shannon looked like Kim Kardashian. She, yeah, no, I was just like, somebody sent me that screenshot, and I was like, yikes.
Not you criticizing somebody else's appearance when you won't even come on camera as your real self without the filters working.
No offense, but no, yeah, to learn for sure. Like, there's no problem with asking questions. Like, that's why I open my comments, because like I don't mind like answering constructive comments or questions. No wonder she's so angry. That's what I thought too. Like, I don't know. A plus. You are a beezer. A bad beezer.
French Fry Girl's not angry. She had a great time with Shannon. They did a live stream together reacting to you. They were laughing and yucking it up. When is the last time you had that much fun? Probably quite a while.
So this is just honey, hot water, and lemon. In a lot of my videos, you see the central air pad on the wall, and there's like vents. We don't have an AC unit. It's a central air. Salah, where are you? I don't know. He's in the bedroom. Maybe
He's not there. Guarantee he's not there.
he fell asleep. Well, how we eat the fly? Oh, there's a fly on his house right now. I don't know. Good question. They do eat some insects. I think they eat like. I read that they do eat some insects.
Blah, blah,
Don't
blah.
really have to worry. That's true. Yeah, on the ground floor, you're more susceptible to bugs for sure. Hold on, I'm gonna kill this fly. Land without any details of your location. People are so obsessed with you. Yeah, yeah, for sure. It's just not safe. You know, I used to be not. Used to not really care about that stuff, but now I have like also a husband to care about. So you know, if it's
Yeah, that's the funny part. You are newly married, according to you, got a new husband, new life in Kuwait, and yet you'll spend literally an entire day rage posting on your community posts and sending DMs to Frenchie. Yeah, that really points to a happy marriage, Chantal. It really, really does. When you're spending all of your time raging at other people versus spending time with your spouse.
it's just me, I care less if people. I mean, I don't. I prefer not, you know, to invade my real life. But hey, Mary Poppins, hi. If we go for walks outside, we go for walks outside, but we usually drive somewhere nice. Like the area is not really, you know, there's a lot of cars and things on the street, on the main street, so there's not really like nice areas to walk. So There's nicer
You mean areas where there's practically nobody around that he can take you? Yeah, because whenever you guys go somewhere, there's lack of people. I mean, I've noticed that like everywhere you guys go, there's nobody around or very few people around. You're not going to go somewhere where there's a crowd of people. You're going to go somewhere where there's practically nobody.
places to go, like just a short drive out. Um, Flat apartment for our area. Actually, it's pretty nice. It's a newer building, actually. I know, like people, things are just like different than in Canada. Obviously, the apartments are a bit different in that, but you know, yeah. I mean, I've seen a lot worse from the outside looking. I would live in. I don't know. I mean, it has everything we need. It's climate control. There's essential air. What more do I need? And I have Salah. I could live in a hole with him. I wouldn't care. You know.
You know, she says that, but she's saying that because she cannot live large, meaning live in luxury. If she were living in luxury, like true luxury, she would be talking that up. But since she can't, she's, oh, yeah, it's so good to live simply and more humble, and we have everything we need here. You know, like she's looking at the situation and putting the spin on the narrative of this is what we wanted. We can live simply. I'm happy this way. But if she were living much more grandiose, she'd be talking that up too.
You ever see those like little capsule apartments in Japan or um South Korea? Excuse me, sorry. Reaction channel saying you left Canada to live in poverty. There's no poverty in Kuwait, so no poverty would be like
You know, Chantal, there's poverty everywhere. There's poverty in every country, every state. There are people that are below the poverty line, there are people above it. It's just a thing. But to say that a country has no poverty is ridiculous. All countries have it.
living in like a tent with like dirty, no water, no food. There are actual like it's actually insulting to actually impoverished people to claim that we're living in poverty. Like if you live in poverty, you don't have two TVs, you don't have you know what I mean? So
You know, she's saying this, but yet, wasn't it not long ago when she was in Cuba during the infamous Cuba rage where she was bragging about how much money she had? Y'all remember that when she was bragging about, oh, I've got so much money. I've got so much money and I hate having all this money. And you know what? You know what the universe said? Oh, let us help you with this problem you have with money. And so it did, you know, like she put that out there in the universe and they heard her and they responded.
so it's just they're like actual impoverished people. There are a lot of them. Yeah, it's really sad. We downsized our house. It was just too much to look after. Yeah, for sure. That villa was way too much for me to look after. Like with my fitness level and just like my mental health and everything. Like strict.
And many times over, people suggested to you just to hire some maids. And I have said many times over, if you wanted to be lazy, you could have done lazy the right way because everything you need to do in that house, you could have hired somebody else to do it. You could have had somebody come in and clean the house twice a week. You could have had somebody to act as an assistant and take your cats to the vet and go get cat food and take care of them, like proper care. You could have had somebody make you healthy meals or cook for you. Every single job required to run a household, you could have hired a team of people and sat on your butt and had a clean house, well taken care of pets. I mean, everything could have been done. And your villa's really not that big, or it wasn't that big. I mean, it's just your standard two bedroom, Well, wasn't that huge?
To be replacement bees. I'm sure in the future that will be a thing, like uterine transplants. It is, but it's like not normalized yet. Is your trusty mad about your new oven? Well, I didn't buy it, so have you asked your trustee how he feels about your new? No. So yeah, that's it. He's I don't know. I mean, people probably don't know. Like they don't know. The only people who really know our situation is us, Sella and I. So everyone else is just creating rumors and whatever else. But for all people know, like they don't know us, right? So
And where do the rumors come from, Foodie? Where does the speculation and the theories come from? You don't know the answer to that question? Here, I can give you the answer. I'll even do it for free. You don't even have to pay me. The speculation and theories that come out are due to two things based on your past patterns of behavior, number one. Number two, if you told the truth, if you were honest, there'd be no need for theories and speculation, but nobody can trust you to give the truth, to be honest. You've given us many things, but truth and honesty, you've never given. So, because you are a habitual liar, you are a pathological liar. You lie about everything. You lie about things you don't even have to lie about. Because you are such a liar, people have to speculate and they have to come up with theories and all of that because they can't come to you for the truth. People are seeking the truth, they are seeking facts, they are seeking something to make sense of all the stuff you do, to put the pieces together because you're not going to provide the pieces. You hold them away and you make people guess what's going on.
whatever, let them talk. Hi, Jen Marie. I'm feeling very well.
Like that's part of the game for you. Lie to the people, act outrageously, be vulgar, be obscure, do live streams, and then run around YouTube for the rest of the night afterwards, seeing what people are saying, what they're speculating about, what the theories are, and based on what you find out, is what your next content is. Your content is basically a reaction to people watching your content and saying their opinions.
I'm the type of woman too. Like I'm very like a jealous person. I try not to be like so jealous and controlling and stuff like that, all the toxic stuff, but like I'm very aware of like he and I are both very aware of where we go, what we do. Our things are open to one another. We have each other's passwords. Like there's no secrets. So yeah. I chase the rainbow. We're not really talking right
You know,
now.
you still haven't figured out, Foodie. You still haven't figured out that jealousy and insecurity, it wears on the other person. It wears severely on the other person. If you're insecure and jealous, insecurity and jealousy can be exhausting. It's mentally, emotionally, and physically exhausting. If someone is severely jealous and insecure, just spending all of your energy and your time to make the other person feel secure and to make them feel loved, it'll wear you out. And every person has their breaking point. They will put up with it for maybe a little while, and then they'll say, "This is too much. I can't take anymore." I don't know what Salah's breaking point is, but the more insecure and jealous you are, the more you're pushing him, the faster you're pushing him to that point where he's going to look at you and say, "The juice ain't worth the squeeze." Like, what I am getting out of this is not equal to what I have to put up with to get it.
Stop kink shaming. She's consenting. Prince Beezer. I look so much calmer there. Yeah, it's a definitely different life for me. Taste the rainbow. I think, if I just focus on positivity and working hard on myself and everything, really trying to battle my demons. Because I know people think I came here to escape them, but no, they don't. You don't just leave them behind.
Foodie, let's tell the truth. You ran to Kuwait to get away from the tax man because you owe thousands of dollars in taxes. You thought that, like a child, you could run to a safe place and then look back over your shoulder at the taxman and go, nanny, nanny, boo, boo, you can't get me. And the taxman cannot get you in Kuwait. You ran to Kuwait so you could control Salah. That's why you went to Kuwait, because you put yourself in a place where you let things go for so long. They built up to such a point that you have two choices: either stand still and deal with all the damage that you caused, or run away and escape it. Well, wherever you go, there you are, and your problems will follow.
Um, and also, I think like this is a general question. I answered it in the comments, but basically, like, why didn't you just use your civil ID at the clinic, not your passport? Because I don't have a civil ID yet. It takes time, like, to actually come in. Like, it takes time for it to come. Like
I thought you said you already had it.
it's not just imagine like when you're applying for a passport or an identity card, and so anywhere in the world, it doesn't. You don't just go in and they give you a laminated piece of paper. Here you go. It's not like that. It's not like a membership club card from Costco. Like it's a government thing. So um, living here is cheaper, and without paying taxes, it will give me a really good opportunity to catch up.
How question, how can it be cheaper if she's paying for everything and the dinar, which is the currency over there, is much, much stronger than the Canadian dollar, which is how she gets paid? How is it cheaper? Isn't it the reverse? Isn't it more expensive for her because she's having to pay more money? Because her money, Canadian dollar, is worth almost nothing over there. Wouldn't it be more expensive?
On things. Please tell me you took one whole pill 2 times a day now. Jen Marie, we specifically asked the pharmacist. So if you see these pills, they have little grooves in them for a reason. Like they have the groove to be, they're split. They're easily split. I hang out with Salah's family a lot during Ramadan. Is it traditional to spend lots of time with family? Yeah, probably. Yeah, friends and family. I know how it works for people who become yeah, once you're a Canadian citizen, you are a citizen for life. Like they cannot revoke your citizenship. I don't know, maybe under like extreme criminal circumstances. I don't know. But for me, I'm like being communicative with Canada still. I've worked out a repayment plan and all this stuff with them. So you know,
If you worked out a repayment plan, then why did you go to Kuwait the way you did? If everything is kosher with the tax man, with the trustee, that you worked out a payment plan, why not just stay in Canada though and work out your taxes, Foodie? I stand by what I was saying earlier. I think you ran to Kuwait to control Salah because you could not do it separated so far away from him. That gave him far too much freedom. And you confessed that you are an insecure, jealous woman. And insecure, jealous women, they are control freaks. They want to control the men that they're with. The only way they feel secure is if you're in eyesight and they know exactly what you're doing and who you're talking to. And you knew you couldn't have control being so far away. You could not monitor his every move. So you ran to Kuwait to control him, to keep your foot on his neck, so to speak, and you are running from your taxes. So what you're saying to me doesn't make sense. If everything is cool with the tax man, why did you run from the tax man?
Um, I think that what was your question again? Oh yeah, so you're a citizen for life, but it's your residency that it messes with. So like if I'm a resident here, I won't have my healthcare benefits and all those things there because I won't be a resident of Canada. But I still am a citizen. So whenever I do decide to come back to Canada, I can just resume my residency,
But you said in another live stream that you're not going back to Canada.
you know? Um so that's about, yeah, that's how it works, I guess. Breezy read one of my comments where I praised my wonderful husband and she said, "Who?" He's so funny. There's no like he's so unique with his comedy. There's nobody like him, you know, with his facial expressions. I like he's a very good actor and Canadian. How did she get that from your comment? She's slow. Rebbe. No. Hi, jokes on D. Jokes on D. Has been not canceled for legally proven elderly.
Okay, you know what, guys? There might be more here, but she's ultra boring in this live stream. I think we've seen enough, don't you? I mean, we're almost at an hour and a half. There's no need to drag this out. She's not raging, she's not popping off. So we'll just end it here. So I hope everybody has enjoyed the React video. If you have, please like and subscribe, leave a comment. And as I said earlier, I'm going to leave a link for Perfectly Imperfect's video in the video description. Please check out the video, give it a thumbs up, maybe do a comment. And if you want, please subscribe to Perfectly Imperfect because she always does great videos. And I want to thank all of you for watching and please have a wonderful, wonderful night. Bye-bye.